Good morning, Botai. Past few days we've been speaking about some of the halachot of Shmitat Ksafim, the cancellation of debts as a result of the end of Shvi'it. In the generation of Hillel HaZaken, he realized a problem was coming about that the Torah already describes. People knew the mitzvah of the cancellation of debts, and because of that, they started thinking twice. They started thinking, hey, wait a second, why should I lend people money during Shvi'it or even before Shvi'it if Shvi'it is just going to come and cancel it? And many times, because of that, poor people who really need the loans, they didn't get them because people didn't want to loan them the money because of this issue. And the Torah speaks very, very harshly about that. The Torah calls that a wayward thought. The Torah compares it to avodah zarah. But anyway, mikol makom, that was the problem in the generation. Hillel HaZaken got up and he made a takana. The Gemara in Masechet Gitin calls it mipnei tikun ha'olam. What did he do? He was mitaken a contract called the Pruzbul. Pruzbul, the Gemara explains, Pruzbule uvute, which means it was takana for the rich people and the poor people. What was the concept? Let's first explain the concept. The Mishnah says in the 10th perek of Masechet Shvi'it that hamoser shtarotav levedin, which means if a person gives over control of his debts to bedin, he says, you know what, I can't collect. Sometimes, let's say the borrower doesn't want to pay up. What does he do? He goes for collection. He gives his shtarot to bedin. Over there, the halacha is hamoser shtarotav levedin. If a person gives over his debts to bedin, en shvi'it mishamatto. Shvi'it does not cancel that debt. Why? The Torah says beferush that lo yigoset re'eu, a person, an individual, cannot pressure his friend to get back his debt after shvi'it. But bedin can pressure. The isur is only on the individual, not on bedin. Therefore, he then said, you know what? Let me make a contract where a person will transfer all of his debts to bedin, and by doing so, shvi'it won't take it off, and they'll still be able to collect after Shvi'it. In that way, people will once again want to loan money to one another without being afraid that Shvi'it is going to take it off. Now, that's the basic idea behind the Pruzbul. There are minor differences between Sfaradim and Ashkenazim with regards to the Pruzbul. According to the Sfaradim, a person comes before two witnesses, two Adim, and he says verbally, that's what it says in the contract. Be'ezat Hashem will have in the next few days, it's already online, but Be'ezat Hashem will try to print it out. Contracts, Pruzbul contracts for people to fill out. In there, you come before two witnesses and you say, I'm giving over, this is just the gist, I'm transferring all of my debts to Floni, Ufloni, Ufloni, the three Dayanim. It has to be, according to Maran Shulchan Aruch, it has to be Bedin Chashuv, an important Bedin, Shimchum Alehim Rabim, that the Chachamim accept, that the people in the town accepted their authority. You say you're giving over all of your debts to them so that you should be able to collect your debts anytime you want. The Adim sign, and that's the end of that. Then a person is able to collect. Now, like we said, it has to be a bedin chashuv, not just according to Maran, not just a regular bedin. It has to be a very, very prominent bedin. Therefore, not only a bedin in your city, it can be a bedin in another city as well. And even if the dayanim don't even know about it, they don't have to know about it. As long as you say verbally to the adim, to the witnesses that you transfer the loans to them, they don't have to know about it. You don't have to send them the paper. All you have to say is that you're transferring your debts to that bedin, mention their names, the edim sign, and then that is that. Ashkenazim have a little bit of a different minhag. Ashkenazim, according to the Rama, they can even transfer to a regular bedin, any three people. That's why Ashkenazim, they take any three people, they make them a bedin, and they write their names in. But for us, it has to be bedin chashuv. That's why in the Pruzbulim that we prepared, we used the Bedin HaGadol B'Yerushalayim under the leadership of Agan Rabbi Yitzchak Yosef the Rishon LeZion. That's considered one of the most prominent Batedin in the world. So it's a nahug to use those. Be'ezat Hashem, in the coming days, we'll speak more about this issue. Yom Tov.